This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, school's back in session for some students in our viewing area. We'll talk back to school safety and more right now on FYI. Welcome to another edition of FYI, and I hope it was a good first day for some students and parents out there. I'm Ken Kara, Janine Mazurkevich, and Ron Marchetti will be joining the program very soon. Holy Family Academy in Hazleton welcomes students back this morning. The Eagles are all set for the 2014 school year. The school houses kids from kindergarten to 8th grade, and students had an early dismissal on the first day, which allows them to ease back into classes. Meanwhile, it was also the first day of classes today for students at the Penn State Hazleton campus. Over the weekend, it was move-in day with both new and seasoned students returning to campus. We wish everyone a happy and successful school year. We gave our Kulsum Khan an assignment to go learn about school safety. Here's what she turned in.
The start of school is quickly approaching, and it's important for drivers to keep some school bus safety tips in mind.
Every day in the morning, even when I'm on my way into to my job, kids are crossing the road or running across the street, so just be aware, and the drivers to be aware, and just be on the lookout for our kids.
Drivers who pass school buses on the road can face a hefty fine of $400.
Every year, especially for the first week or so, we always get complaints about vehicles passing school buses, and that's a serious traffic concern for us and the safety of the kids. So,
the speed limit for school zones is 15 miles per hour, and speeding in a school zone can cost drivers a $500 fine.
Every year it's just a matter of time till they hear some type of accident involving a school bus or a kid somewhere in the Hazleton area. So it's just a reminder for everybody to be aware.
Chief Winters also says that children should be careful while waiting on bus stops or walking to school and back.
For our kids to be aware of people they don't know or strangers approaching them at a bus stop or at school, to obviously not go along with them and to get back to the school or to somebody they do know.
Some schools in the area will start this week. The Hazleton Area School District is set to reopen on September 2nd. Reporting for FYI, I'm Kulsum Khan.
Thanks, Kulsum. And speaking of schools, tonight we have some good news for one former parochial school in our area. The building that once used to house Transfiguration Elementary Middle School in West Hazleton will soon be renovated for a new use. On Saturday, a capital campaign was kicked off for what is now Holy Name of Jesus Parish in West Hazleton, formerly known as Transfiguration Church. Holy Name came about as a result of the merger of Transfiguration and St. Francis of Assisi in West Hazleton and St. Peter's and Paul's in Hazleton. Phase 1 of what is expected to be a three-phase, 3-year project has been approved by the Diocese of Scranton. The project will renovate the former school for use by both the parish and the community. That first phase will total $250,000 and include a new roof, kitchen renovations and expansion, a new elevator, and first floor improvements. It will be available to rent for gatherings and meetings. The church will not incur any debt with the project paid through fundraising. And if you would like to donate, you can contact the church at 570-454-3933, or you can email holynameparish@ptd.net. You can also mail your contributions to 213 West Green Street in West Hazleton 18201. Kid Camp, run by Community Services for Sight in Hazleton, had one last very interesting lesson for the campers on Friday. Sensei Nevin Baskin from Mountain Valley Martial Arts taught the kids about self-defense. The kids who are blind or visually impaired, they range from ages 5 through 10. During the week, they also learned about bullying from a representative from the Domestic Violence Service Center, and they also had a visit from the folks at Folks Butterfly Farm during camp. There's other activities during camp as well, like scavenger hunts, and that's not all.
We're teaching them independent living skills as well. Simple tasks like tying your shoe can be a huge ordeal to a child, but to a blind and visually impaired child, it's even more difficult sometimes. So just teaching those basic skills so that when they go back to school, they know how to tie their shoe on their own, even making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Again, it's just the simple tasks that make a huge difference in a child's life, and that's what we're here to do. Teach them new things and give them opportunities that they may not otherwise have.
Funds for the program came from the First Federal Charitable Foundation, and Chris Stamatopoulos from the Commission on Economic Opportunity, who is in charge of the facility at Furwood Music Camp, he let them use the space at Furwood. Still to come on FYI, we'll stop by Core Fitness to learn about a fitness boot camp, and later in sports, we preview the 2014 North Schuylkill Spartan football team, Spartan Spirit. FYI, we'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hi, it's Monday, and I'm Christy Book. You're back at Core Fitness, and we're going to talk today about something that we have going on here starting very soon that actually just finished up, and that's our HIT style boot camp with our instructor, Stephanie Grazio. This is an intense boot camp that can go from either 6 or 12 full weeks. And today I have with me Rebecca, who finished the 12 weeks just about 3 weeks ago. So Rebecca, what type of lifestyle did you lead before you did the boot camp?
Well, I am an athlete. I'm a runner. I do relay marathons sometimes, or I just do fun benefits just to stay in shape. But before boot camp, I would occasionally run, not as often as I do now, but you know, sparingly I do things here and there. But after boot camp, I'm running every day. I do weight training 3 times a week and all weekends. And from boot camp, there was a very, very, very big improvement with my upper body strength, because that was never a thing with me. I could never do push-ups. I would always cheat a lot, and now I could do push-ups. I could just keep on going up till I think I'm at 50 something. So
okay, so our instructor Stephanie has you keeping progress charts through your whole boot camp.
Yes.
So give me like the thing that you are most proud of from when you started until when you finished.
I would say from when I started, like I said, the upper body strength, and also more self-discipline. I always had a lot of self-discipline, but this really kept me going. I can get through anything now.
So say you started with, how many push-ups did you start with?
I started to do, I think, only 8.
And now you're up to?
52.
Okay, so that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything else that you took away from the boot camp? I mean, to affect your entire life, or was it just the exercise that you were after?
I actually also benefited from the nutrition. They gave us a nutrition packet in the beginning, and Stephanie also helped me motivate to stay away from the bad foods. And I'm a lot healthier eating-wise now than I was before.
Okay, and what I loved about the boot camp is that, of course, here at Core Fitness, we're all women. It's an all-women's gym, and we were lucky enough to go out to dinner with all these girls, and I could see such a great bond that they formed, you know, throughout that 12 weeks together. So say somebody that, you know, had never done it before came into the boot camp, how would the group act? Because right now they're a group. So how would you guys take somebody new in?
We are very open. We would just welcome them, and we're very jumpy and energetic about it when new people come in.
That's great. So our next boot camp is going to be starting on September 8th. And you can call 455-7818 to sign up. That's in 6-week sessions or 12-week sessions. And that leads me into next week. Next Monday, we're going to be talking about buddy exercises. Thanks. Have a good night.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I'm not a meteorologist, but I'm going to call today nice. Look at this shot in downtown Hazleton. Not a cloud in the sky. Here's what the National Weather Service says we can expect tonight. Mostly clear skies with a low around 58. And here's the extended forecast, and let's start with Friday because that's when football starts. Friday will be mostly sunny, the high of 74, and at night for those games, partly cloudy, the low around 53. Sounds perfect to me. So that looks good. Now let's go back in time to Tuesday. Sunny with a high near 82. Tuesday night, 59 will be the low. 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and Wednesday night. And then on Thursday, a mostly sunny day. The high is 74. At night, it will be mostly clear and the low is 51.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
Hey, we're in your community today here in Drums. There's a huge country concert happening very soon. It's going to benefit two worthy causes, and Tommy Guns is putting this all together. And we wanted to come here at this venue to do this interview to just show you the magnitude of this big party that's going to take place here in Butler Township. So Tommy, thanks for having us. Thanks for putting this on.
Thanks for being here.
Tell us how this came about.
Well, we're extremely excited. As a country band, we've played many benefits. We've never done anything for children.
Okay.
And the country community and our fan base has helped us put together something extremely exciting, a country concert for Helping Hands of the Hazelton area, along with help from the Butler Township Fire Department and their volunteer firefighters. And we're excited about what we're finally get to do from the country fan standpoint.
All right, this is going to be a huge event. We want to emphasize that it is for 21 and older because there is alcohol involved. You are going to be able to camp here, right?
Camping.
Tell us about the other amenities that are going to take place.
Oh, there's so much. We have 3 acoustic shows. We have a Nashville act coming in. His name is Luke Cacetta.
Okay.
An acoustic trio from Tunkhannock. We have Horseshoes. We have Janetti's catering the event with so many different types of foods, pig roast and a corn roast. And the Butler Farm is donating corn for this.
Okay.
It's such a great event, and so many important people have got on board with us to do this. And country family sticks together, and it's proof by what we're seeing here.
Absolutely. Well, I know you're a regional band, but you came here to Greater Hazelton again to help Helping Hands of Hazelton and also the Butler Township Volunteer Fire Company. Now, there is a fee to get into, there's an admission to get into the Grove.
Right, a $5 donation.
Okay.
That $5 donation will be used to donate to our 2 fundraising organizations that we're putting this concert on for. So it's just only a $5 donation for a massive concert with 3 bands, food, horseshoes,
A lot of fun.
all kinds of fun and games and vendors.
And you're going to meet all kinds of people. There's going to be people here from Hazelton. There's going to be people here from Wilkes-Barre, from Scranton, from Tunkhannock.
We have people from Hershey.
Okay.
We have hotels that are already booked for this.
Okay.
Janetti's Hotel is offering a 15% off for any of our fans that need to stay at the hotel, but we do have camping at Burgers Farm.
And what is the time for the day of the event?
We're going to open up the gates at noon.
Okay.
And at noon, the festivities begin until 11 o'clock, and we have fireworks at 9:30.
You draw a huge crowd, so this is going to be a safe environment, but there's plenty of room for everyone. There's going to be enough parking.
Absolutely.
You're going to be shuttling people from Burgers Farm to here if parking does fill up here, but it's going to be a great time. And again, the money is going to go to Helping Hands and the Butler Township Volunteer Fire Company. Anything in closing?
Just saying, the country fans, we're proud of them, and we can't wait for this to happen.
Okay, directions, folks, it's going to be easy. You can check out the Facebook page. And what's the event on Facebook?
The event on Facebook is called Throwdown 2014. There's a website,
Okay.
www.tgbnation.com.
All right, Tommy, can't wait to party with you
Absolutely.
on the big day of the event. And you could get all that information on the website or on social media.
Been to a couple country concerts. They're always a good time. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers from the Pennsylvania Lottery. The Daily 841, Big 4 9267, Quinto 03891, and Treasure Hunt 5891117. We continue our football previews next on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The North Schuylkill Spartans start their season on the gridiron against Tamaqua this Friday night. To hear Spartan head coach Wally Hall talk about that matchup, go to facebook.com/FYI News 13 and check that out. If you want to hear him talk all about the 2014 Spartan team, stay right where you are. Last year was Wally Hall's first year in charge of the North Schuylkill football program.
Last season we had a very productive season. It was all new coaching staff, so it was, developing the relationships with the players and everything, and them getting to know our schemes on the sides of the ball, and building the kind of culture that we want.
Those relationships and the culture continue to grow this offseason. The Spartans did 4 community service projects during the summer. They painted and cleaned up different parks in the area.
Well, it's important for them to understand and have that feeling what it is like to give back to the community and help somebody else, and that brought them together a lot, and they were proud of those accomplishments outside of just the football field.
Those volunteer hours at the parks were just as important as the hours put in the weight room over the summer. Hall says volunteering helped build relationships, and that will pay off throughout the 2014 season. On the field, the Spartans return a lot of players from their team that went 8-4 last year, including their quarterback. Hall talks more about the 2014 Spartans.
That's one thing that we're going to lean on is our defense and their physicality. So, but good skill players also. There's good skills. Both sides of the football that we're really excited about. But again, the offensive, defensive lines too are certainly going to be our big contributors.
The Anthracite League welcomes 2 new schools this fall in Lehighton and Blue Mountain, and Hall thinks one area of the game will make a difference in the expanded league.
Special teams, our kicking game, that's one thing with the newer kicker this year. Bobby Grigas has taken those duties, and kickoff would be Tevin Murray. But, that's an important thing. I think this year in the league with the competition that we're going to face is the special teams is going to be a significant part of the games that we're in.
While the Spartans made the community happy during the summer by volunteering, they can now put a smile on everyone's face by going out and making them proud on the football field. That game between Tamaqua and North Schuylkill can be heard on Magic 105.5 at 7 p.m. this Friday. And if you want to watch the game live, tickets will be on sale Tuesday at both schools. You can buy them Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the office of both high schools. The cost of tickets is $3 for students and seniors and $5 for adults. President of the Russ Kanzler fan club and SSPTV employee Bob Rock told me the Cunningham Crusher had another good weekend for the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Let me know on Facebook if you like Cunningham Crusher, because I stole Russell the Muscle and I needed something new. Anyways, Russ was 5 for 8 over the weekend with a homer and 2 RBI. He had 3 walks and 2 runs scored. Lehigh Valley went 2-1 over the weekend against first place Syracuse. The Pigs wrap up their season on September 1st, but stay tuned to see if the Cunningham Crusher gets the call to be part of the Philadelphia Phillies when rosters expand. Now it's time for Trivia Treats with Ron Marchetti. He's wearing a Northwestern Rose Bowl t-shirt, and the Washington Monument is in the background behind him. That's all I know. Let's learn more together.
The last Monday in August is almost over, and we are 4 days away from football season. Hi, everybody. This is Trivia Treats. Boston Red Sox Hall of Famer Carl Yastrzemski is 75 today. Here's another trivia for you. What was the Major League's record for most runs scored by 2 teams in one game? Now, that's pretty tough. You must know by now that I only ask trivia that nobody knows. The answer is the highest scoring game of all time in Major League history. The Cubs defeated the Phillies 26-23 at Cubs Park, which is now called Wrigley Field, on August 25th, 1922, 92 years ago today. There were 51 hits, another record by 2 teams in a 9-inning game. The base hits included 34 singles, 12 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs, a total of 21 walks in 9 years, also contributed to the offensive fireworks. Chicago held a 26-9 advantage after 7 before Philadelphia collected 8 runs in the 8th and 6 more in the 9th. The Phillies had the bases loaded when the game ended. Final score again, Cubs 26, Phillies 23. The year was 1922. Now, this next piece of trivia really did happen, but I will not say when, why, or who. It's kind of dumb, and in fact, it's really dumb, but amusing. But that's why many viewers watch this segment, because sometimes strange things are said and done. This is one of them. Speaking of the Cubs, a certain catcher of the Cubs caught a ball dropped some 500 feet from the observation deck of the Washington Monument. The monument was completed in 1885, 129 years ago. It stands 565 feet high, but when it was built, An 8-story building was considered a skyscraper. Some players had previously tried and failed to catch a ball dropped from the window at the top of the Washington Monument. Some received broken wrists, and many used hard hat, helmets, or steel pots to avoid actual death if they misjudged the drop and speed of the fallen ball. Well, on this day, 100 years ago, 5 Cub players cautiously moved to the observation deck with a supply of baseballs, knowing that it was against the law to drop objects from the windows. After over 3 dozen balls missed or bounced high off the concrete pavement, Pop Shriver, a catcher, finally made a clean catch to a round of applause of curious onlookers. A police officer assigned to guard the monument was inside and finally came outside to discover the commotion. He threatened to arrest the players if they continued. The players submitted since they were out of baseballs anyway. Mother of God, I'm out of time. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Hazelton YMYWCA Golf Tournament will be held Friday, September 12th at the Sugarloaf Golf Club. Golfers are needed for the 1 p.m. shotgun start. Cost is just $80 per golfer, and all proceeds benefit the Hazelton Y. For information, please call 570-455-2046. And finally, the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts will be presenting Titanic the Musical, September 19th through the 21st and 26th through 28th. The show will be held at J.J. Farrar Performing Arts Center in downtown Hazelton. More information or tickets, check out ptpashows.org or call 570-454-5451. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Neil J. Bove of Hazelton. Mass is Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. in the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. There is no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Sean W. Cosgrove of Kidder Township. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce complete arrangements. Joan Ann Morini of Hazelton. Mass is Wednesday at 9:30 in the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. There is no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And William J. Vack of Hazelton. Arrangements will be announced by the Harmon Funeral Home. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Denise Wright of Freeland. Denise, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-459-9813 to win your free movie.
Thanks for watching FYI on Monday. Tomorrow we continue our football previews with Shenandoah Valley. That's it for now. Take it easy, everyone.